Doctor Who. If you don't, then you can go.
Right, hello guys, you're watching Joe.2, and today we're going to talk about something interesting. Let's talk about the mystery boxes of Doctor Who. Let's talk about the hidden plot arcs that thread throughout each series, and let's talk about the best ones we've had from best to worst. And yeah, let's get on that. I think obviously from worst would have to be The Vault, as it's not much of a build-up, but I really enjoy it. I find it intriguing who's in the vault. At this point you may think it's John Sim as master, you may think it's Missy as master, or so on. And I reckon it'd be interesting to find out. And then we do find out it's Missy, and we don't do that all the way until the end of the series. We do it from midway of the series. And I think that works well. They didn't do it throughout the whole series, they just did it from the middle. And it certainly does a build up for a mini midway series thing. And then we get Missy throughout for the rest of the series, and then we get to see her in the big ass badass ending, you know. And I think that works quite well. Who's in the vault? Nardelle keep visiting the vault and saying you're not getting out, and then 12 visit in the vault, and then the little funny gag with the piano, dun 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 dun. No, that was so funny. No, I'm going to tell you a story, and lots of people die, and then you get that piano. It's just hilarious. And then you also have the big reveal. It's Missy in the vault, and yeah, it's an easy one. It has to be the weakest on the list, but yeah. Next up on the list is Series 6, The Doctor's Death. You know, it's not the best, is it? Certainly, it was an intriguing one. How is he going to escape his death? But we knew he was going to play on, because it's Doctor Who. We already knew he was going to survive from the get-go. We just wanted to know how he survives. And that was playing out until we got an ending to that, and it didn't end that well, with Stephen Moffat's head going blah 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 with the wedding of River Song. So yeah, it wasn't the best plot arc, I felt, and it was just an plot arc. Next up, we have, trying to think, there wasn't really one for Series 7 other than the mysterious girl, and we find out who Clara really is. She died twice, and now let's find out if she survives the third time, and we learn who she is as a person, but we don't learn that much about her because we're too focused on the character arc and who this woman is. And then when we find out she just jumped in the Doctor's time stream and saved each Doctor, she's like, whoa, she's a big character. And then it suddenly doesn't go that well, you know, and it's not that intriguing for fans. You want a plot arc, you want the mystery box to be something rewarding at the end of it, and it was rewarding to see all the classic Doctors, but was that it? Anyone could have done that. I could have done that. I could have jumped in the Doctor's time stream like confetti and saved everyone, you know. Next up we have an interesting one for the Series 9, the hybrids. It kept on getting references. We got the Daleks and Time Lord hybrid theory. Then we also got the Me theory. Then we also got 12 and Missy theory. Then we got the Clara and 12 theory. And then we also have a Zygon as a hybrid sort of thing going on. Then we have all sorts of hybrids throughout Series 9, and it was such a plot thread, and it was an interesting one, but to find out it was just the Doctor and 12, it was Clara and 12 as the hybrids. Two people. Trying a bit of a cop-out, and I do believe, and I like to believe, that the hybrid was, because the Gallifrey was in ruins and it got destroyed, from his broken hearts, the Master's broken hearts, Cyber Time Lords hybrid between Cybermen and Time Lords. That's my belief. The Master made the hybrids from Series 12 in my eyes, and that's how I like to think the ending happened for a hybrid arc. Then we get on to, we've done the Vault, we've done that. Oh yes, Missy's big reveal. She keeps on playing throughout death, and that was interesting as well. We get to see someone dying, and then we see Missy pop up, or we see this and we see that, and it's so intriguing. You're like, how I need to know what this is, and we find out it's kind of heaven, and you're like, what Doctor Who's doing after death? And then we see the finale, and it's such a payoff, and that payoff actually works quite well, and I'm pretty impressed with that. Then we go on to another series arc of we've done Peak Capaldi, now we're doing Matt Smith. We'll go through, and Matt Smith's last one is the cracks in End of Time, really. And that was an intriguing one. It kept on appearing. We wanted to know what more. And people were disappearing. Then we find out once that light touches you, you vaporize and turn to nothing. And then it's quite catching up on you, and you want to know what started the crack. And we learned that it was the Doctor's TARDIS, and that was quite a mind-blowing thing to get your head around and go, whoa, this was an epic thing. And I think this series art actually worked, and I think it worked. Could have been done better because 11th Doctor was actually meant to regenerate in Series 8. However, Matt Smith decided to leave in the Christmas special, so Stephen Moffat had to wrap that all up quickly. Yeah. Then we go on to another one. We go on to the Howard Saxon, which was quite nice. The subtle nods, just going, yes, Mr. Saxon, fired well, or you get that aspect, and then you get something else as well. That Torchwood, we had Harold Saxon posters in Torchwood. That's so nice, and such a thread and such a throwaway line, and it's quite interesting. And we even get the Harold Saxon in the Christmas special, and constantly popping throughout, and then Harold Saxon learning how to be the Master is such a big payoff, and it's brilliant. Then we go on to basically Torchwood. For Series 2, we get the Army of Ghosts, and we learn about Torchwood keeps getting mentioned, and it's meant to be against the Doctor, and it's meant to be by Queen Victoria's orders, and then we learn that off, and we see the massive Torchwood be real, then Torchwood messed up and brings Cybermen to Earth, and it all goes wrong. However, it was a good payoff, I reckon, for the anything to do with Doctor Who, really. I think it just worked well, and it is a brilliant mystery box in my eyes. Then we have Series 1, 2, 3, no, Series 1 and 4 left of the payoff, but we also have a mini payoff of he is returning, sir, and the 4 knocks, yeah, from the David Tennant specials. That was quite a build-up, because we don't want the Doctor to change, and then the fans are getting hyped over that, and we are seeing throughout the specials like a foreshadowing of what to come, and then we see the End of Time, we see David Tennant regenerate, and he is returning, turns out to be Wilfred. Is such a big payoff and a big shock. But yeah, now we're on to Series 4 of Torchwood, is the bees disappearing. The bees disappearing. And then we get she is returning. There's something on your back. Then there is there's so many throughout this series of Series 4. The Dr. Donna. That was all keep getting references until it all paid off at the end and the finale quite well, wrapped in a little bow, and the stars are disappearing. Wow, that is something brilliantly big. But of course, the best one I would say is Series 1's mystery box, the final one, which was basically Bad Wolf, and then it was just getting Rose to the right place to save the Ninth Doctor, and it worked so well, and it kept on appearing so coincidentally, and you were like, what is Bad Wolf? Bad Wolf is appearing everywhere. The Doctor's noticing it as well, and that was such a big thing. Then we also have Series 11 didn't have one, and if you think it did, fair enough, tell me in the comments. But over then, I would say it was just Graham and Ryan's relationship coming to an end, coming together quite well at the end of Series 11, I would say. But yeah, Series 12 was definitely The Timeless Child, and that is something yet to pay off, I reckon, because I can't really judge it, because I think they may continue it on to Series 13, so I can't really talk much on The Timeless Child, but it's a thing, and hopefully it pays off well for Series 11. And if this is really it for Series 12, and that was the end of The Timeless Child, they just did it for one series, it was a bit pointless then. But if they produce something else in Series 11 to go with this series arc, it could work really well, I reckon, and it has certainly changed the game for Doctor Who. Timeless Child, no doubt. And I've talked about the Timeless Child endless times on the channel, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But there we go. There's all of my, basically, opinions on the mystery boxes and the series arcs and all that sort of stuff. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for another video very soon. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you guys, and have a nice day.